group here. We have the players. Let's always get time, meet up, train, and play. Then also be playing friendly matches. So the players that are in the team, most of them are not attached to any team. They are not licensed. They are free agents. And most especially Otomo tournament or sort of Stanley Uganda Cup. You know Stanley Uganda Cup, you can also register a non-league team. A non-league team, they don't compete in any FIFA organizer leagues, whereby you can also be able maybe to say that this guy is licensed with such and such a team. No, for them, most players of course who are there are free agents of Kwachane Panenda. They always come together, they meet, discuss a couple of things of Kwachane Panenda that build them, as well as end up by playing Kwachane Panenda as a mopila. Some of the players in the team, I find that the other fans sometimes can use them to go for outreaches. You know, like you go and let's say like here in Storot, you go to Morapesur, meet up with the youth of Morapesur, play with them football, then try to inspire them, try to change their mindset and football classroom. Now those guys, because their team is full of senior players who are not attached to any team. Akonga mokinja rose team loko Calvary, aporoke secret team loko Calvary loka Ture Bonoi, also the Aina Modoka Jakabere Bonporke, they beat Calvary, Uganda Premier League side, upon no case loka Chane Pandagoro Cabre Bonoya, that is a Uni, and Loka Ture Bonoi, that is a Jope, against Loka Chane Panana Chidoka Panenda, that is a just. So if I find that football classroom secure the world is of the 3-1 victory against Calvary in the ongoing Ghana Cup Championship at Ham Stadium in Chifubo, and of course Habibu Oloya was took first away in the area, but the referee waved the play on, judging that the contact on the forward was very minimal. Ibrahim Dada fired the Yumbebe side header with a clever finisher, and that beat the football classroom goalkeeper Dennis Mugirwa, who was also off his line, and a panel with 5 minutes of course left in the clock in the opening stanza. Steven Iga was fouled in the area, and the referee also awarded the host a penalty. Chaya Zoloya stepped up to occasion and sent the goalkeeper the wrong way before he slotted the ball, and is inside the net, and a panel Kinja Kabere Bonporke and Panenda. This guy of course also played for Kitara last season, but when his contract got done, currently he's also unattached to Kwachane Panenda. He also called the ball into the back of the net off a very good free kick to give and they hosted the lead 4 minutes into. That is the second half, and Panda against Ture Bonoya. No, that adjust some massive. I just back at Danny Zero Kuma. We know that Danny Zero Kuma, a rare player, a bolio to Club T. And of Vipers, the place for Vipers that it wasn't registered, like it wasn't given a license, and I think he has been struggling with a couple of injuries. But a rep player, Lo Vipers later checked him local Vipers, but because he's also they didn't give him a license, he said Okachane Panabolakine, and also put up a very good performance against Kapane, that just Okature Bonoya, and after Kerry Somas. Of course, so elsewhere, we know that Okorejo Kawangi Panganada, FIFA had requested some billions of money from government so that they can also be able to move around the globe, more especially Europe and South America, to try to look for players, Ugandan players, Okachane Panenda, probably of course who were born and grew up in Europe and also played football from that side as they are preparing. They want to prepare, of course, for the African Cup of Nations that is next year. Now, there is a player, Ugandan player. There's a midfielder, 18 years of age. This guy, of course, is called Josh Ochaya. He has just signed his first professional contract at Hull City, and he don't parenda do kabere bonoi. He just Uganda to satamdo kwa chane panda amtele ekoskesi aiba kuneja kadoka chumopona ne pando Aitama Aingana Kindo Katere Bonoya and Zakesani Panez. Among the 3 members of the under 18 team that Zavosa managed to achieve a defeat, and then what the other is Ramel Carter and then Bobby Moore, the other 2 who signed a 2.5-year contract to Kanjane Panda, Kedetindo Katere Bonoya, and Zamopona Nepanda, so Visto Katere Bonane Panenda, Iam Rejasin, Elo Motoso to Mapakedo Kachane Panenda, and Apollo elsewhere Nepanda Mujo Karebono Uganda Premier League side expert football club will also officially confirmed the departure of faster, that is a 4 faster team players. As the club continues with a tough 2025-2026 season and Anenda, they officially announced on their social media platforms that they have let go a couple of senior players that include Richard Basangwa, then Kagawa, Kawawa, and then Jakalabaka Wandera. Some of the players of course Ruda and Kesakwi and you know to Motindo Kachule Bonoya and Zamoponda. Jakatiwan Basangwa is a versatile player who can also who has also been a key part of the Red Eagles rebuild, and then Mohamed Kagawa also joined the team to improve its creativity. Rashid Kawawa also therefore the express speed and trickery in the middle of the park or in the midfield before I also managed to catch a panenda anginyokin anyona nesonis kapanda chejasi inapeta kere somasi automopondo kachire bonoya anizago pangonda songesi do kabere bonolonda chejasi abere bonoya isomasi amgaje ni joke ngane panenda yogado kachire yone pana indebe aijaje opado kachira solo tumapake na palolo rapake na pela ido kachire bonoi anijaje do kachire bonoya. That is a hustle. Of course, when you talk about football internationally, has also wind up the show Lolane Panenda. I find that the number of matches, of course, that are going to be played that have also been lined up, of course, as voice of test. So we are going to be here and we shall also be able to give you Doka Chane Pane matches very bon. Okay, now the other match that everyone is eager, that everyone is waiting for, Nesere match Doka Chane Pane Loco Manchester United, a team Loco West Ham. Of course, there have been a lot of hype. Michael Carrick, from the time he came on board, I want to tell you, this man has not lost even one game. Panenda, he has won 4 in a row, and of course, so today I will be playing his 5th game. Bonoi, and in the summer Santos in the Kremara Panenda, automatic. They'll be playing against the team of West Ham United. Panenda, and of course, West Ham just I don't know what is your take on it, but I want to tell you with what Manchester United has also managed to put up. The players have improved. There is a lot of moral and just players and sometimes I sit down and I ask myself, what was Ruben Amorim's aim? What was that man's target? What was the biggest problem currently? The same players who are just and say these players are not too good, the team needs more players, and these guys are doing very well. These guys are doing very well. Look at Bonoya and of course today Patrick Dogwino Mameja Katimona Master also the other player that the club says that they know this game comes too soon for him, but they are hoping probably over the weekend he'll also be able to play. And then Martis Delix is also the other player who's also out there injured. Bonoi Kediko Kenebaka Ilese Lesebaka Kachane Pandiko Kudangina Jepo Boneke injury, but the rest of the players in Dokachiberebo, Nonia and the rest of the players in Alete. Ijobere, you won't be able to be. You think Manchester United can also be able to pick maximum points from Pakina Paloro, Arabia. The other game against Chelsea, Chelsea also will be hosting a team local leads, Otoma Pakiro Kachane Pana Palolo. Apodia kauna trekini adoka chile bonoya abodia osuri bodo anyine be somo sato sine kerojo koroka chile bonoya auto mwekesa Chelsea na nyona alumni tutono cheche from the tema Rosinia came on board. You find that those guys have also been trying to improve doka chile bonani Panenda and not Mapakina Paulo. Those guys will be taking on a team local leads. Chelsea are going to be at home. Everton will also play against a team local Bournemouth, another a good fixer doka chile bonani Panenda, and of course Ramos will also play against a team local Newcastle in one of the biggest games doka chile bonoya. And then actually a bit of Bonoya and Panabola Kenya. Tomorrow, of course, we shall have Aston Villa take on Brighton, Crystal Palace will take on Burnley, and of course, Manchester City as they try to chase for our team Arsenal. They'll take on the team of Fulham as Nottingham Forest will also play against Wolves. Also, Sunderland will be taking on Kachane Panenda, a team on Loda Ebaka Dokachare Bonoya, team Roka, that is Oliver Polido, Monaco Brentford. Arsenal they will play on the Thursday. Nizo Kachane Panenda, I Polija Caberebo Porkirane Panenda, that is a Trakini, Abolia Songesiluda Chitejasi, Adoka Verebonoya Panenda, Aina Peta Kere, I Somaso to Mapakido Kachane Panenda, that is Napa Alolo, and Ijajere Kere, Akiro Porkirane Panenda. Akizo Kachire Bonoya, that is just of course I Panenda Kodo Bonoja, Dogo in Koto, I Kakine segment Berebo Pola Kerane. And of course, I put a review cover on my Capado Cover Jasi, more special to Mosokondo, Aguila Carabona Cabolia Kale Panenda. I don't know about Cristiano Ronaldo is also expected to end his strike at Al Nassr and play again for the Saudi Pro League club on Saturday. The 41-year-old Apollo go forward has missed 2 games because he's unhappy with the way the club is also running. Of course, I think those guys might to succumb to Ronaldo's pressure after a lot of guys, of course, who came out open and said that, my friend, without Ronaldo, no one will be knowing that there is a football in Saudi Arabia. And I think those guys also are kept on dilly-dallying. They removed the powers from Ronaldo's agent. There's a guy called Semedo Coutinho. He's one, of course, who has been in charge trying to help those guys, of course, so bringing a couple of ideas in terms of growing the Kachane Pano Kabrebo, knowing that is a league. The Munjobe Mabalang, those cases are Kachibebo Pona Konye Kapani, and Yakaneja Kachibebo Pona Nipana Apidrosho, or Strata Chakin Kachane Pan, the staff who Ratamja Katina Kachibebo Noyan, Monurunal the staff who Pudo Kabrebo to Mamata Chitai, Konyada Kachane Pana clearing Jakadoka Chirebonoya, Angpon Kirane Panda, which means and the player is going to be set to play over the weekend. Elsewhere, England international Marcus Rashford's Barcelona future hangs on the club's presidential election next month. The 26 million pounds deal for the non-Manchester United forward is the centerpiece of Joan Laporta's re-election bid. And Domunjo be Ejeka Pando Kachenela Gano Kapane Jaila Palaje and Wanebe Ngaido Kachire Bonibuni Araute a club president Nina and Yunebi Somasato Sinekero Jokoro Kachire Bonoya. That is Otoma Owakesane Panina. Manchester United also be able to target Everton. 25-year-old Senegal's forward Ilman Ndiye if Rashford moves to Barcelona in a permanent deal. You know, United under still Ruben Amorim, they decided that this guy can't tell a pass, the man is done. But when the guy went to first of all Aston Villa, he showed Manchester United what he can do. Then when he left Aston Villa, Manchester United sent him to Barcelona. He also put up a very good performance and Michael Carrick said that if he comes back and if Barcelona decides not to sign him on a permanent basis, then for him is open to working with him. He believes that Eja Katimon can also be able to catch an Epanenda, I am a team of Manchester United and Epanenda. Kuyevodo, I don't know Kachiro and Epaneba Casino money, but I regular Katimon Abon, then definitely Eja Kalebaka and Diero, Ebanakini club of Everton has been very good. Okachirebo. Apollo also planning to offer Nigeria all French forward Eli Junior Akropi a lucrative new contract in a bid to one offer interest from some of Europe's biggest clubs, and that also includes Chelsea, Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Paris Saint-Germain are looking at signing the 19-year-old French forward who has really been on top of his game. Automo club and Manchester City are also preparing to break the bank with £100 million move for Nottingham Forest 23-year-old England midfielder Elliot Anderson. Bayern Munich are not looking at Atletico Madrid's Argentine forward Julian Alvarez, boosting Arsenal's hopes of signing the 26-year-old Arsenal currently looking for a striker, profile striker Kachari Panenda. Neja Katimo Rokabrebo Mikel Arteta believes Julian Alvarez can also be able to solve that problem. And just Okatirebo Noya, Ija Cabrebo, Angpon Kiranepe, Anenda. Manchester United also keen and Borussia Mönchengladbach 23-year-old German midfielder Rocco Reis, who is valued at about £35 million. But of course, there's another target that United are looking at is Sandro Tonali of Newcastle, who is likely to have a price tag of about £100 million. The 25-year-old Italian midfielder is also attracting interest from Arsenal, Manchester City, and Juventus.
Are you in search for the media to communicate your message across Eastern Uganda, or a companion to inform and entertain you all day long? 88.4 Vote FM is your ultimate choice. Tune in every Monday to Friday and listen to cool programs such as Ewala from 4 to 6 a.m., Yoga Kwenyu from 6 to 10 a.m., Wanijogo from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., The Sports Wave from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Elimunober from 3 to 7 p.m. Eburlo Yemuto from 7 to 8 p.m. Eupa from 8 to 9 p.m. The Night Lockdown from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. We cover all districts across Eastern Uganda. We are located on Plot 32, Haridas Road, in the heart of Soroti City. For inquiries, call 0392 960 687. 88.4 Voice of Teso FM, the people's choice.